Hello, everyone. Well, I think they're there. They're going to fill in some of the blanks that we have about when they're going to launch and how they're going to launch. So that's going to become important. It'll make it more real. And I think that the reason analysts are probably going to take but Elon is saying more seriously this time. Because remember, he's been predicting autonomous in the next 2 years for the last 5 years, and I'll say we expected it last year. But Weo is now out there, and more people are trying it. This is not if it is when for Tesla, and for Tesla, it's also how quickly will they roll out, how quickly will they go national or even global with their aspirations. I think, as you know, thinks in a very big way, and he has positioned Tesla to win the lion's share of this market. This AI project is a winner-take-most project, the company that gets people from point A to point B, the fastest, the safest, with as little wait time as possible, is going to win the lion's share of the market. And I think when people see what a Tesla strategy is, and put that together with the fact that, wait a minute, Weo's already doing this, so this must be possible. We don't have to worry about that anymore. How big could this be? Well, we publish our model out there, and it's on our website, arcinvesto.com, and you can play with the variables too if you disagree with how optimistic we are to see how big this market is going to be. It's enormous from a revenue point of view, that the platform opportunity are those hosting these networks, and Tesla will be one of those. That's $4 to $5 trillion revenue opportunity in the next 5 to 10 years. And just to be clear, it's win or lose for most people. This is $1 trillion plus chance to make money. What everyone who gets there has to do. This price is good for 5 years. We both want self-driving cabs to be commonplace. ROBOTAXIS, Tesla's self-driving taxi platform, is a business plan that lets them make money over and over again. They don't just sell cars and software. Auto has a profit margin of about 16%, while SAS has one that is more like 80%. It's the world's largest AI project for self-driving cars in general, and I think it will spread that quickly. We've been moving toward FSD for 10 years now, and now we're seeing numbers about safety. In the US, the average car goes about 200,000 miles without getting into a crash. That number is only 50,000 miles for a Tesla that doesn't have FSD. It takes about 600 million rubles to fully self-driving, not just autopilot. This is not the newest form. It's an old one. About 6 months ago, 3.2 million miles now. This work has already been done by Tash and Nagari. In about 1.5 to 2 years, they should have set up the network for ROBOTAXIS. It was Elon who said, maybe we'll start it. There's more going on here than just electricity. From our point of view, Tesla's plan for cabs and self-driving cars is more than just electric cars. We think that their strategy for PL platforms is much more important to them than their plan for electric cars. Right now, Tesla is worth a little more than $200, but our $1,500 price goal is still in place. Our goal for the next 5 years is 23 because of autonomous. When we listen to Bide, we don't hear autonomous as a strategy. We hear it more with Sang. But again, in terms of unit volume, they are far behind Bide and Tesla. That's how we see the world right now. I think when you're talking about electric vehicles, you're not talking just about the drivetrain strategies. I think the companies that are going to win, as I mentioned before, are not focused only on electric. They're focused on autonomous, which means they are focused on 3 of our major innovation platforms. First, the robotics autonomous vehicles are robots. Second, energy storage. They will be electric because the total cost of ownership now for vehicles is lower for electric than gas-powered. And 3, artificial intelligence. So these are 3 major platforms. Artificial intelligence will power these autonomous electric vehicles. And we believe that Tesla, from the thought leadership point of view, is leading the charge, so to speak, in this movement towards autonomous electric vehicles. And just in terms of your fragmentation point, you know that the $5,000 vehicles, if you look at the range and performance of those vehicles, there's no comparison to a Tesla Model 3. The range is very limited. The power is very limited, so you really do have to adjust when you're talking about priced for range and performance, which is what we do. I do believe that Tesla has, for a given price, the best range and performance of any car on the market today. One of the things Could say, David, sorry, go ahead, that we're not just talking about a battery to technology drive trains. When we're talking about autonomous, we're talking, as I mentioned before, about robots, energy storage, artificial intelligence. And we're talking about software as a service, still over the software updates. I bought my first Model 3 in 2018. I have never taken it in for service. I have never been to any station. I don't have to go a gas station. So think about that. How much in the way of costs and convenience I have been saved over these last 5 years. The most important variable we believe in this new AI age is unproprietary data. And I think if we're looking for killer apps, a lot of people are trying to compare this to the early days of the internet. And we didn't know during the early days of the internet that it was the apps on top of the internet that were going to garner all of the economics, the social networks, of course, and today, what we believe people are missing is that the big winners are going to be those companies that not only have the right AI expertise, but also have the right domain expertise. If you want to talk about life sciences and multiomics, DNA, RNA, proteins, methylation, you need to have domain expertise and understand that. But you also need your own data. That's why we think AI will lead to one of the biggest productivity gains in history. If you want to invest, you should look at companies and see how they're using AI to run their businesses more efficiently. That's the first great game. Then there are businesses that keep their own info, like Tesla. In the last 5 to 7 years, Tesla has likely racked up more real-world driving miles than any other tech or car company in the world. We believe it has the best chance to build and win at the autonomous taxi platform strategy because of this. Autonomous taxi platforms are likely to go to the first company that can get from A to B the fastest and safest. In the US, we think Tesla is in the best situation because it has logged the most miles.